Support.
Motion by Mr. Civic, second by Mr. Melvin to approve the request of President Collins. Roll call vote, please.
Care,
Yes.
Mildred,
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item D, approval of the agenda.
There are no changes.
Make a motion to approve the agenda as presented. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Melvin, second by Commissioner Taylor to approve the agenda as presented. All in favor? Aye. Opposed? None. Carries. Item E, citizens wishing to address the commission on items on the agenda. Mr. Marshall?
Bill Martell, 421 Vernon Street. This is item O. I want to know what would happen if the president's equipment will be replaced or traded in. Who's going to do the grant application, economic development office here in Lansing, or are you hired? Now, on the matching funds, it says from here, they're taking out the equipment fund. Are you doing that out of the current budgeted this year, fiscal year, or are you going to take it out of your $500,000 equipment fund investment? What is the cost of these equipment for in that fund? And what is the city plan to use this $250,000 in equipment fund investment? Thank you.
Any citizens wishing to address the commission on items on the agenda? Moving on to citizens wishing to address the commission on items not on the agenda. Mr. Marshall?
Bill Martell, 421 Franklin Street. I got my letter for Virginia Tech and on the contents, my lead level first draw 97.0, second draw 12.2, after 2 3/4 minutes 4.8, magnesium 403.8, second draw 107.8, and after 2 minutes to 45 seconds 93.8. Iron 1,791.2 parts per billion. Second draw 295.0. Third draw after 2 3/4 minutes 200.3. Now I'm concerned about this because I also sent this off to the health department and concerned with the high iron level. What about iron bacteria in water supply? Now, I expect the city will flush the line sometime soon because of the high magnesium and iron content. So will the city again do this in March? Because we flushed them back in May. I took my reading in September, so we'll stop the flushing in March. Will the city perform additional testing for 500 blocks of West Frank Street, Chestnut Street, and Harding Street, in Hemlock and Broadway? Will the city inform the residents of those blocks and areas about the high iron and magnesium levels? Will the city or city commission probably have these presented at the next meeting? A map of any lead pipes that take tail or lead food detect in the city's water supply in the past and in the present time. And will the city or the city commission possibly present to the citizens at the next city commission meeting a map of when the last time the water mains were replaced or first installed? By possibly presented, I mean that there are other matters. One, you can make a motion that tells the city manager to do the additional testing and maps. And then all you need is a second, and it would go up for a vote. Thank you.
Mr. Martel, what was your first reason for the negative impact?
403.8. That's perfect.
Any other presentations or recommendations related to the topic? Moving on to old business, item G. Consider approval of road development change order number 10 for the city of Irwd Phase 4 utility project to resource construction LLC in the amount of $3,057.35 and authorizing mayor to sign all official documents.
Hello, following Irwd Comm engineering, here to give an update on the project and the change order. So this change order is the change order for bringing the project to where it's at today, which is 99.9% complete. This is the final quantities through the end of paving, and after paving, there's just a little bit of restoration work that will need to be done under the next, so we do this process on a monthly basis, and so there'll be one more month worth of work, which is just going to be some erosion control matters in order to close out the job. And so there'll be next in approximately 4 weeks, there'll be one more small change order and pay request process, and that should close out the job. So this change order in front of you today is basically balancing out the quantities. Some items are over, some items are under. It's a net add to the project of $2,057. That amount is approximately $600 over the project budget that was established for the grant and loan. So on a over $3.6 million project, and we're about $400 over budget. Pretty content with that. We did the these 2 blocks of Francis and Morgan we were having the summer. We knew it was really tight. We needed to accomplish the Francis 2 block, and we had it in the Morgan block, just trying to maximize the grant and loan dollars for the project. And at this point, approximately $600 or so over the project budget, and then just additional erosion control that will be part of the next month's meeting will be in addition to that. But a very small percentage on a very large scale project. So and again, the staff and the commission's objections and directions to maximize the grant and loan. We've done that. We've got it down to just a very small percentage of small cost overrun. So this is where we're at for today. So again, this is for through the paving of the project, and then so this will be a little bit more erosion control matters to close the project out.
I'd like to make a motion moving the rural development change order number 10 to the city of Irwd as described in the support.
Motion by Commissioner Lee, second by Commissioner. To approve the road development change order number 10.
I just think all of us are supposed to really want to increase the scope of the work, over raise one.
Roll call vote, please.
Mildred,
Yes.
Care,
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Consider approval of road development pay package in the amount of $73,142.55 for the city of Irwd Phase 4 utility project water portion and authorizing mayor and all official documents.
Same explanation, and just one thing to note is that the contract does withhold $1,000 fee contractor, which once all punch list items are completed, will be paid out in the next final and last payment product in the contract. So there's still some
Motion to, approve the rural development bid package as precised in item. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Morgan, second by Commissioner Taylor. To approve the rural development bid package. As described on the page. Any questions? Roll call vote, please.
Care,
Yes.
Mildred,
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item I, consider approval of rural development bid package in the amount of $7,125 for city limits based for utility project. Now, for the community channel.
Same project, same explanation, just, the budget.
Motion to approve rural development bid package as precised in item. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Morgan, second by Commissioner Taylor. To approve the rural development bid package in the amount of comments? Roll call vote, please.
Mildred,
Yes.
Care,
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item J, discussion and consider awarding a loan to Civic and Gravel LLC for 2,000 tons of winter street sand in the amount of $3 per ton for a total amount of $60,000.
As you see on the screen, we have two, businesses here on this, and, this is an example.
Take motion to approve item J as presented. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Morgan, to approve item J as presented. Questions, comments? Roll call vote, please.
Care,
Yes.
Mildred,
Yes.
Virgil.
Yes. Item K, discussion and consider awarding a loan to Civic and Gravel LLC for 2,000 tons of Texas to road gravel in the amount of $3.01 per ton, the total amount of $17,000.
Same, either.
Motion to, award the loan to the Sand and Gravel as precised in item. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Morgan, second by Commissioner Taylor, to award the loan to the Civic and Gravel as precised in item. Roll call vote, please.
Mildred,
Yes.
Care,
Yes.
Virgil.
And, discussion and consider approving resolution number 019-020, clear costs associated with the emergency abatement of 216 Kennedy Street, parcel ID number 52-24-310-4.
These are the same properties that I'll share on most of the PowerPoint. These are the same properties we discussed at last, both drivers and both sides of all. I don't know, there's a question considered with the cost and cleanup expenses.
I just know that it's usually in the cleanup. I want to put that in June and July, and so we take time, that much time for the property owner.
Well, we had talked to the owner and owners are also both like some years and nothing happens with it. So,
It's a very complex.
Right.
I make the motion to, approve the resolution and decide that. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Morgan, second by Commissioner Taylor, to approve the resolution of the tribal account. Any questions?
Maybe you want to touch on the term and interest, if there is any. Couple things for you to consider with levying these assessments. I'll touch base.
So part of the resolution is, the commission, specifies the interest rate, the annual interest rate on the cost. And so, it's up to the commission, because of the current federal prime rate environment there. In the past, we're at the prime or below, I think the range was 3% to 5%. Provide that information, let us know what.
And then the term of the assessment, 1 year, 2 years.
Correct, yeah, I think typically with these ones, what we did was we built it, so it's approved, we'll send out the bill.
So, what is you, taking the percentage, six from the interest, and then two for.
Yeah, I guess,
Clarify that.
sure, so typically, with a special assessment, if we're doing this for, rural land, plat, that years back, property owners in 5 years, window to pay that special assessment. With these types of costs, as a cleanup cost, typically these are immediately, by the owner, and they're a leaner property. So we bill that, with, monthly interest, specify the annual interest, we'll bill monthly, monthly. And then if it's not paid, by the time we run our summer taxes, we would then, put that as a special assessment on the tax bill. So that would be my recommendation with these types of expenses, make them, due immediately, and then we would go short on the collection cost.
Would you like action on that tonight, or would you rather have us do it at the end?
Tonight, if you're comfortable doing that, yeah.
The association that we clean up that, make a motion, to raise it 5%.
Roll call vote, please.
Kayer,
Yes.
Mildred, Berto.
Yes. Item one, discussion consider approving resolution number 019-22, cleanup costs associated with the emergency abatement of 710 Avenue, parcel ID number 52-22-228/.
Again, this property is eliminated before that we adopt this license. Yeah, it's like,
And other thing is like for the partnership, raise that.
I make the motion to, approve the resolution and decide to pay up him, and to include in that motion the, interest rate of 5%.
or,
Motion by Commissioner Williams, second by Commissioner Perry. To approve the resolution to item 1, item 5% interest. And, item 2. Any other questions? Roll call vote, please.
Mildred,
Yes.
Kayer,
yes,
Berto.
Yes. Moving on to new business, item N, discussion consider approving the request from the Alabama Civic Center Board establishing salaries for the Civic Center manager.
Thank you. Just to touch on this, the Civic Center is going through an interviewing process to try to retain a new Civic Center manager. And they've gone through a process where they've advertised, they've actually interviewed a number of individuals. It's a varied skill set that they're looking for. Someone that can have certain skills and also learn, part of the Civic Center operation. So with that, they've had a challenging time getting someone, with the qualifications they're looking for, to offer a position to. They did offer it to one gentleman, and he had a different job somewhere else, so that did not work out. So the Civic Center Board did go back recently and had the discussion on this, and their recommendation is to adjust the salary. Right now, it is a full-time position, and the pay rate for that right now is $30,000 annually, yearly, and they're recommending a $35,000 salary for the position, trying to attract maybe some other interest in the position. They are working within their budget, so what they will do, they're not asking for additional funding. So what they indicate, they'll work within their additional budget and structure who does what and how many hours they have for other part-time staff. So they're working again within their budget. It does need to come back to the City Commission and their bylaws, anything like this has to come back to the City Commission for review and consideration if the board makes a change like this. We do have Jim Collins, that's your chairperson here. If there's any particular questions or details you want on that, and Jim Mildren, Commissioner Mildren is our
I would add,
person.
we received a large number of applicants, all the people have a variety of skills, but two people they at the highest, the majority of skills that we needed, and then the first one was made all the running, and then the second one, everything, got him here for an in-person interview, after the full interview, and we thought that he was a perfect fit, and he turned the job down. And so, with the construction of the new Civic Center going up for this winter in the front of the dome, and then the permanent one being built next to it, we need a manager, of course. And the Civic Center board voted to advertise locally again, to raise that rate in the hopes that we can get someone on board, someone trained, and have a great Civic Center here to come up. So that's where we stand, and as you said, it comes to us, because although we're not changing the line item, as far as salary of employees, we are moving some of the dollars that would go to part-time employees at peak periods over to the manager's side in the hopes that he would be required to work more hours and get someone in. That's my route. Just for clarification purposes, this is, if I'm not mistaken, this is for the new advertised position, not the current.
Correct, that's my understanding also. Yeah.
Yes.
Just good. Thanks for the clarification.
And when the job posting is submitted, is the salary everybody?
It is, yes.
Yes, it was previously advertised at $30,000, tonight, which will be $35,000. Or someone in the sold. I'll make a motion to approve the request from the Civic Center Board to go to $35,000 salary to center manager.
Motion by Commissioner Moses, second by Commissioner Arnold. First motion to approve the request from the Colorado Civic Center Board to raise the salary to $35,000. Roll call, please.
Care,
No.
Mildren,
Yes.
Berto,
Yes.
motion carried. You got 2-1.
Discuss and consider authorizing grant applications to be submitted to the U.S. Department for the following vehicles. One content motor for the Department of Public Works, one content actual dump truck, and the second, one time cooking pad truck,
hearing on this at the last meeting, and also a couple pieces of equipment that you've authorized us to submit for grant funding previously. So the grant period is still open for applications. We are recommending submitting these 4 applications to USDA Rural Development. They are equipment that we would have to change out here on our own shortly. So with the grant, it can help offset our costs. And again, the grant would be funding 55% up to $50,000, and then with 40% being the local match. So again, it's a good opportunity. We are recommending submitting these to rural development. They are for equipment that we will be changing out. So we would either this equipment identified as replacing existing equipment, we would either trade it in or sell it through the auction process, one or the other. So I think that was one of the questions that was brought up. And it is through the equipment fund. So the equipment fund is set aside specifically for these type of purchases. So it is there for these type of purchases, and here with the grant, we can save some costs for the taxpayers by going through the granting process. And like I said, we would trade or sell the equipment that it would be replacing, and the grant application is actually put together by city staff. So we have to submit the grant and process and administer the grant through our DPW and our finance office.
I'd like to make a motion, authorize the grant application to be submitted as an item. Support.
Motion by Commissioner Mills, second by Commissioner Taylor, to authorize grant application to be submitted as an item. Any questions?
I just comment. Thank you. Whenever grant applications are submitted, there's a lot of work that goes into that. And I appreciate the fact that people in the city are willing to do that extra work, and we've been willing to do that extra work on a number of occasions.
All in favor?
I
Opposed? Motion carries. Item 2, Mayor's appointment. I would like to reappoint, reappointing Jim Collins to another 3-year term, expiring on October 31, 2022. And I'd like to delay the second appointment until I have time to meet the other applicants that have been commissioned and feel comfortable appointing without no apologies for hoping not to the next meeting. Is there a motion to
Support.
motion by Commissioner Taylor, second by Commissioner Mills, for the appointment. All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed? Thank you. Item 2, the manager's report.
Thank you. Just a few items to touch on. Just to update on water-related topics. We did go out for a request for proposals for engineering services for a consultant that would help us through the process of identifying manganese removal options and also pump station options. So we did get 5 proposals submitted to us, and we do have a review team that will be has started reviewing those proposals, and we'll be going through a selection recommendation process here hopefully this week to come back with a firm or two to either interview or bring to the commission as a recommendation. So we'll go through those hopefully this week, and hopefully by the next meeting, or maybe at the latest next meeting after that, bring those back to the commission consideration. So that is in the process. A few items on the water system. Just as a reminder, the city did, with the support and direction of the Michigan Department of Health, the UP Health Department, and the State Eagle folks, we did our lead and copper testing citywide here over the last month and a half. We got the results back. So the city water system, all the lead and copper numbers came in well under the regulatory levels, which is good. It's a good thing. We wanted to do that just to make sure. And then the manganese levels, we're all aware of that, where they're at, and we're going through the consideration of filtration and having that discussion moving forward. Now with that, it sounds like there's the Virginia Tech folks that have sent out sample bottles to individuals around town. We're not really a part of that. The information is not coming back to us. So what we do is if someone is working with Virginia Tech to feel free to coordinate with them. I think the information to the state is good. We do get some information coming to us, we will forward it to the state legal folks to review. And again, what you're really seeing probably is, that particular property's internal water system. So if they do come back with a variation from the system itself, it might be for their personal residence. It might be something in their system or what have you. So again, feel free to anybody that has that to, if they want to bring it to the water department, we will submit that to the state, or if they want to submit it directly to the state. But we haven't submitted here. I think that's a good thing to do, and they can have it evaluated by the state folks. And, that's what they do. They review these type of results. So yeah, just to reiterate, our system's been tested for lead and copper. They came in under the levels, and then the manganese is under system-wide, and then we're going through the process to consider filtration. So that's the update on the water system. Update on the Civic Center. We're talking about the manager position, but the Civic Center itself, if you've been down there, there's been a lot of work going on over the last couple of months. The building has basically been raised down to the slab, and now they put in a foundation wall around the building, and that's been poured, and I think they removed the forms today. They're backfilling, so they're getting ready then to ultimately attach the dome to that new footing. So it's a fabric dome that goes in there, and then it's air pressure that holds it up. So the dome has been brought in, so it is on site also, the fabric itself, and they're looking again weather dependent. They're saying it's been set back 2 days with the rainy weather. But hopefully by the end of the month, we'll see the dome being erected and made ready for making ice. And I think they're ready that end of the month, early part of November, the latest time frame is what we've heard recently. So I think they're kind of pretty much on track with the dates we've been hearing from them. So again, weather related, it could set them back a few days, but that is moving forward. And it'll be interesting to see the dome come up and have that in use for the winter season. We've also completed through 2 different contractors the removal of 10 blighted residential homes. So all those homes were awarded by the City Commission this past summer for removal under the Hardest Hit Blight Grant, and all those 10 properties have been raised, and the properties have been turf established on them, and now we're working through staff on the paperwork process. There's a lot of procedural things, even after the buildings are down, a lot of reporting and reimbursement requests that our building department, the finance department, and the community development department are working on to get that into the state agencies for reimbursement funding. So again, it's nice to see those come down. You kind of forget where they're at, but they really do improve the neighborhood. You take that rotten apple out of the barrel. Also, this past week we had the fall cleanup day. So I want to again take my hat off to the ROTC young adults that came out and helped. They do a great job. It was fairly cold and blustery out there, but they hung in there, and they unloaded a number of cars. We had a big rush right up front for about the first hour, then it kind of tapered off. I think that the weather probably kept a few people away. But we again had a good response of citizens, residents that have used that service, and it's nice to give them an opportunity to get some of that stuff out of their house and out of their yard that they might have a hard time getting rid of. So again, another successful event. City staff and the finance department, probably starting around the end of the month, are going to be involved in the audit process. So the auditors will be coming in probably around the end of the month, Paul. Correct. Okay. So again, it's every year the city finances are audited. Department heads provide information, and the finance department is our lead in that to make sure they get all the information they need to do a proper and thorough audit for the city. So that'll be starting the end of the month, and that usually takes about a month for that to complete. Okay. And we've also completed, through the assistance of Angelo Lupino Construction, our 2019 local street paving. So the street paving was done a month or so ago, but they had a number of street patches. So we had all these utility digs around town, sidewalk that was removed, we had to fix water service, what have you. And again, we did contract with Lupino to do those improvements and make those repairs, and that has been completed. So their contract is finalized. Now we're going through final quantities, and we'll bring back a final payment to the City Commission at one of your next meetings on that project. And with that, that's the end of my report.
Yeah, I think it's about 25 overall.
Make a motion.
report back. Motion by Mr. Logan, seconded by Mr. Burkett, so Mr. Smith, and now to the Chinese meeting. All in favor? Opposed?
Sure, I would just comment as I have in the past. First Friday again was wonderful. Thank you to all of the people who put that on, and I know that this year was especially exciting because the city of Marquette was telling people in the Marquette area that there's a little bit of competition. And we held up our end rather nicely. We're a great city to visit, and the color right now is probably at 90 or 100%, and our town has been filled with tourists, and it's just exciting, and hope more people continue to come here and make Irwd a destination on your fall tour of the
We talked a little story of happened Friday evening. This is an example of what a great community we have. I'm not sure specifically to the environment, but within our in my business. I just happened to have a person just come off the road, off the highway, comedians, families traveling, and the effort was to get to a wedding in London, Ontario on Saturday at 8 p.m. They were supposed to fly out of Winnipeg, but because of that snowstorm, all the flights were canceled. So they got into their vehicle, they're driving, and that was to make sure they got to the wedding. And by the time they got to Irwd, they realized that the father is driving, there's something wrong with his radio, and he's attacking with the vehicle. And the desperate was stopped by my place of business. I had try to figure out a way to let the rental car anyway. I happen to have a contact with Cousin Marty from this business, and I know sometimes it's such business people transport people to other locations. But at 9 o'clock on a Friday morning, Cousin Marty contacted his mechanic, and I don't know the person's name. They were willing to come in and work on a Friday night after 9 o'clock and repair that person's car so that they could get on the road and drive all night long in order to get to that family wedding in Wednesday. It's a little story, but it just speaks to the generosity and the good spirit of people of our community that come together, even for total strangers, to help them. Is there a motion to adjourn?
Support.
Motion by Commissioner Perry, second by Commissioner Logan to adjourn at 6:10 p.m. All in favor? Aye. Opposed?
We'll see what the next availability is.